It's time for the morning show on Mountain Home Radio. Now, here's your host, Scott Ramus.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas. It is Tuesday morning, 20th day of August 2019. Hope your day's off to a good start so far. 7:07 in the morning. Do watch out for those big yellow things with those red flashy lights on them. They're called school buses. Make sure you stop for them. School back in session. I'll stop reminding you about that about the end of the week, but I really want to make sure we keep our kids safe out there. If you see those lights flashing, that means you're supposed to stop for those school buses. That does not mean slow way down and just hope that the bus moves before you catch up to it. It means stop.
Well, you know, they are carrying precious cargo.
They are carrying precious cargo. So you do watch out for our kids out there. For those folks just now waking up this morning, well, if you haven't stepped outside yet, you probably may not want to. Anywhere from 72 to 77 degrees across the listening area this morning. Rather warm outside. Also very humid outside. I've got Marion County Judge John Massey in there, and I think that was the first thing you said when you came through the door this morning. It was humid outside this morning, John.
Yes, sir. My glasses fogged up. Couldn't see where I was going.
Oh, that's not a good way to start the day. Well, you know, well, I'm not going to go there. I've been that way in the morning. I've had my glasses fog up, and some people told me that it was better off that I couldn't see what the day had for me. So
that's not a bad not a bad way of looking at it sometimes.
Sometimes. But I do have the Marion County Judge in here right now, and Judge, is there anything we can do to get some cars on the track? You think on Friday night?
No, I think it's going to be good. I think they'll be there.
I certainly I'm going to use your forecast going forward for the rest of the week. I don't even know where to start right now, but you said two things when you came in through the door this morning. One was it was very humid outside, and it has been just miserably hot for the last few days. The dog days of summer have arrived. For the road crews, going from as much rain as you guys had at the start of the year to where you're at now, got to be a little bit of work for the guys to make sure everything is fixed from all the rains, but still maintained here throughout the summer months.
Yeah, it's like my employee said, you know, it's either too wet to grade or too dry to grade. Right now it's too dry, but
right.
You know, we out there scratching, making the sparks fly. Our main concern right now is just stay safe and cool and make sure we don't overheat. And
right.
No time pressures or anything like that. Drink plenty of fluids. That's our main goal until this is over with.
Well, and when you have temperatures like we're looking at right now with 95, 97 degrees and about an 80% humidity out there, keeping hydrated for you guys out there in the shop, that's got to be a major issue. Yeah,
you know, we got most of our equipment's got air conditioners in it, but I encourage all of them to take plenty of breaks and drink plenty of fluids and, you know, just safety and no time pressures. That's my goal right now through the summer.
Yeah, and like you said, it is really too dry to grade. The guys that are out there that have to run those things right now, like you said, just kicking up sparks and really not doing much more than moving a couple of piles of dirt around.
Oh, yeah. You can see the sparks fly and a lot of dust, you know.
Yep.
But they're doing a great job. My hat's off to them. They ain't no complainers out there. You know, maybe one or two.
Well, yeah.
You know, Robbie Allen, he'll complain a little bit. That's one of my truck drivers. Other than that, everything's good.
You know, I've heard stories about Robbie. Can you confirm or deny any of those?
Well, I'll tell you what, I hate saying anything.
Okay, well, we won't talk anymore about Robbie then this morning. It is all kinds of fun to have you on the radio because we get to talk about people we know and they don't have any means to defend themselves.
I'll tell you what, I probably got one of the best groups in the state, and you know, there's not one out there that I would trade for somebody else.
Well, I know you have a good bunch that do work for you over there in Marion County. I know a lot of them personally, and I know that one of the things that you have to take a little bit of pride in is these are not guys that are, I hate to say it this way, that they're not your usual state employees like you might see on a state out west where they walk outside, they look at the weather for 5 minutes, they stand around, drink coffee for the next 45 minutes, they think about working for the next 6 hours, and then they have 2 lunch breaks and another break in between, and their 5 minutes left in the workday, they do their 5 minutes of work and go home. Your guys are working from the time they start to the time they take off.
Yeah, you know, you have to call them back in to have any meetings in the mornings. You know, they're ready to go, but, you know, they do a good job. Everybody's doing a great job in the county. You know, the courthouse people, you know, the sheriff's office, everybody's working together, so I think we've got a great thing going.
It is all kinds of fun to see the teamwork going forward. I know that Marion County's been a little bit busier than in past years. You guys have a couple new projects that have come online and are coming online. Marion County Jail up and running, and we've heard some good reports about that. We're about 7 or 8 months now of continuous operation over there. I think we're just a little over 8 right now. We started, I believe, right around the middle of December, if I remember correctly. So we're right about 8 months in. What's the progress report? How's Sheriff Evans moving in over there, and how's everything starting to look?
I think the sheriff's about to get everything on track. We're running pretty much a full house right now.
Okay.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me after the first year he may open up that other pod. And,
wow.
You know, I really don't know that. That's the sheriff's call,
yeah.
but he is doing a great job, and he's keeping a full house.
Well, I do know that one of the reasons that the jail did need to come online was because of some of the reviews that it had gotten, for lack of a better way to put it. The state was getting on to you. It was time to get it replaced. The new jail, they weren't expecting for it to fill up quite this quickly, but there are some extra beds that they can put into play if they need them.
If they need them, we got them, and that's a good thing. You know, it's been talked about just a little bit, but not a whole lot.
Right.
You know, I'm going to let Sheriff Evans make that call. That's his house up there.
Exactly. And, you know, I know there were a lot of people that did not see the need for the jail when it was being talked about and being built, but now that it is in place, we have certainly seen the service that it provides there to the county.
Yeah, I think the people knew we needed a new jail. I just think it was pushed on us a different way than we've asked for. You know?
Well, yeah, and sometimes, but it's definitely serving the purpose it was created for. I know that the other jail, we were looking at some code violations. We were looking at a lot of bad things happening and possibly losing the jail there in Marion County. So the new one being up and operational helps to keep things right here in our backyard, and you know what's going on there. You have the pulse of the community that way.
Yeah, you know, I didn't know the jail was as bad shape as it was till I walked through it.
Right.
And went through all the cells. You know, the jail was really in bad shape.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's still in bad shape. I don't know if we're going to tear it down or what we're going to do. We'll have to do something with it here for long.
Well, that was going to be my next question. We got the new one up and running. I've seen a bunch of vehicles, and for anybody that lives over there in Marion County knows about the Sheriff's Department, a few of their older vehicles are there. Some parts have been scavenged off, I believe, off of one or the two old patrol cars, but still a lot of merchandise there, still a lot of stuff there in that building.
Yeah, we're still using the gas tanks, and we still go over there every day and still have activity there. And I think the sheriff is talking about having an auction, you know, county auction.
Right.
And I think we're all going to get together and have an auction. And after that, we'll start moving the buildings and trying to get shut down.
Is there still a lot of stuff inside over there that's critical to the day-to-day operations of the sheriff's office?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's pretty much got that out.
You said they were still moving over there, or it's still over there once a day. I didn't know if there was still stuff that was in the process. I know 911 centers all been moved over, I believe, over there to the new jail.
Yeah, all the 911, everything's been moved over. I think we just go by there and just a routine check. And, you know, we still got our fuel over there.
Gotcha.
I think we may be using the fuel over there for like a disaster or something. We'll have extra fuel tanks if something happens. Or
I didn't know if maybe some of the officers felt homesick and just decided they need to stop by there on a regular basis.
No, I think they're happy with the new office.
The new jail, for anybody that didn't get a chance to take the tour of that very impressive facility over there, but it added a lot of room for our officers over there in Marion County, and I think that was a big plus for them, is they actually have a little bit of elbow space now to do the job they need to do.
Yeah, you can walk in there. You can get about halfway lost if you get walking around.
I think we got halfway lost 3 or 4 times, Robert, when you and I took the tours.
I definitely did.
One of the cool things that I love about that is the little sally port they have out there. You and I have talked in the past. It's difficult sometimes to get a prisoner in and out of the courthouse over there for a jail trial, but right now over there at the Marion County Jail facilities, they've really made it an ideal situation, I think, for handling an inmate safely, both to process them in and process them out for a court appearance or whatever they need to.
I think they got the state-of-the-art system going on up there right now. You know, they got all the cameras, they got all the safety issues covered, and I mean, they are doing an outstanding job.
Well, and we certainly know that the sheriff's doing a great job over there. He's filled that building up and working hard to keep everything, all the wheels spinning in the right direction.
Yeah, you know, our goal would be really to have an empty jail.
Exactly.
You know, but that's not the way society is now. So
yeah, unfortunately, there's a few people that feel they don't need to follow the rules that the rest of us are supposed to. So.
Yes, sir.
Always a bad apple somewhere.
Always a bad apple. Well, Robert, we're only about a minute late for break, and so that's not too awful bad at all. I do have Marion County Sheriff John Massey in the studio with me here this morning. You're listening to the morning show here on Mountain Home Radio. I'm your host, Scott Ramus, and we are brought to you this morning by your friends over at Baxter Regional Medical Center. You're listening this morning on KJMT 97.1, KCMC 94.3, KRZP 92.7. We're going to take this quick little break, back with the judge and more right after this. We're back here, the morning show, Mountain Home Radio. It is Tuesday morning, 20th day of August 2019, 7:21 in the morning.
Do you know the jurors don't have to report this morning?
Jurors do not have to report. Once again, you're jumping ahead of me. I was going to do that right off the bottom of the hour. So that's how you've gone there. If you're a juror and you're in Marion County, you do not need to report today. You do not, the next time you need to report, and there were supposed to be a few things to report for this week, but the next time you need to report is the 26th. That is next Monday. So all you jurors over there in Marion County, you got a few-day reprieve from jury duty. You'll need to report back there on the 26th, 9 o'clock in the morning over there at the courthouse. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, Robert.
Well, that is the first day of sports broadcasting, too.
That is the first day that should be kicking off sports. We'll talk more about that here later on in the week. But right now, we've got Marion County Judge John Massey in the studio. And, John, I want to ask you, we've got we've got a high-rise over there in Marion County. I think it's probably the tallest building in maybe 3 or 4 surrounding counties, coming together very nicely. The feed mill, every time I go past, I see more and more people out there working now, and a whole bunch of train tracks been laid down. It looks like they're making a whole lot of progress.
I think they're on schedule. I've been talking to some electricians out there, and they say they're pretty much on schedule. They say they may be in October or November before they get done.
Right.
They say everything's on schedule. The tracks is going good.
Okay.
I think it's a go.
One thing I know about the construction industry, if the electricians are saying that they're on time, generally it's pretty good news. The electricians are the ones that, for whatever reason, seem to know when things will actually happen.
It's unbelievable how much wire they're pulling in the building out there. If somebody has never seen that before, you drive by there and you'll see a big tractor trailer there with spools set up on it. That's the wire that they're pulling in the building.
Yep.
But, 90% of the work's inside the building right now, so you don't see a lot of employees on the outside.
Yeah. I have seen a few more trucks out there the few times that I've been past here over the last few weeks. They're getting more and more stuff together to work on the inside to get that all finished up. It's going to be open, like you said, around the end of October, 1st of November-ish. We're certainly looking forward to all that coming together and maybe seeing some trains over there on the tracks here pretty quick.
That's what they're saying. I hope they're on time, but, you never know what's in front of them. So we're shooting for the 1st of November is what they tell me.
Whenever you have a building that size, it takes a little bit of time to get all the wiring run from the top to the bottom and try to get everything hooked up. So I'm sure there's still some stuff behind the scenes that they need to get hammered in.
So you guys are just talking about wiring and the inside construction, and I'm sitting here. I'm like a big kid when I drive past there because the only thing I notice is the tracks are being laid or are laid, and I'm sitting there going, where's the train? Where's the train? I'm just a big kid, though.
Train should be there shortly. I do know that they've been working pretty hard behind the scenes. You were saying they're going to be having to wash off the cars as they arrive or something to that effect?
I think they got to wash the trucks as they come in. I'm not real sure about the trains. I think I always call it the hump yard. That's what they call them in the big railroads. And I think they're going to have like 7 spurs up there, that they have big parking cars in.
I think the number I heard was like 130, 140 cars worth of space. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think they're going to be very busy.
Yes. Wow. Well, we do know it's going to supply quite a few more areas around the region with feed. They're going to enlarge their facility, and they're going to be able to service some more people surrounding areas. So you generally see some traffic in and out of there 24/7, but I think that once it does come online and everything gets smoothed out, should be a little bit better for all the folks over there in Marion County watching all the trucks that they drive in and out right now. You're not going to see quite as many on the road.
I think after it's been there opened up for a month or so, people will not, see the traffic like they will see it when it first starts. They'll be used to it.
Well, and you work and you've been over there in Marion County for quite some time. The truck traffic coming into the feed mill here in Mountain Home, quite a bit of traffic is generated just trying to haul the product in. It's all coming in by train now, so it's definitely going to make a change to what's actually out there on the roadway.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a whole lot different.
So other things going on in Marion County, I know there's a few extra projects going on right now. What's the highlight right now in your office right now? What's the first thing you need to address on your desk this morning?
When I get there, the main thing we're addressing right now, we're trying to get some grants, for new generators, and we're trying to get we got a new court security grant. We're trying to make everybody safe in the courthouse. Right. Everybody have new monitors, new cameras, and we got a new grant writer, and she's doing an outstanding job. Her name is Stacy Merriman. Mm-hmm. She is doing a great job. She's got her first grant there, the court security grant. Okay. She's working on several other grants for people. We're going to try to get new generators, and I don't know what all we got going on, but we've got a lot.
Well, I know the county judge has to wear a lot of hats. I want to ask this question in the nicest way, but how many hats do you have to wear to be responsible and be on top of all the things you do throughout the county?
I'm going to say this just like you asked me. I wear one hat. I'm the same man every day.
There you go. Okay.
And I've got the people that works for the county has really got my back. Right. I got great office staff that keeps the office straight. Mm-hmm. I got great guys at the road shop, great mechanics. Yep. So my job is really easy. it's just coming to work and signing that paper.
Right.
You know, just overseeing it. But I got the people at the courthouse is looking after me.
Mm-hmm.
So they sort of just took me in. You know, I've really got a good job. I mean, I don't regret any of it, and I would probably do it again.
There you go. Well, you know, I'd say probably with the exception of all the problems that Robbie Allen causes for you, it's probably been a really smooth transition.
You know, we built a big old parking lot over there at the fairgrounds. We're going to have a great fair this year. We want everybody to come.
We're right on top of fair season.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have a great fair. We're going to have bull buckouts, lawnmower races. We're going to have live entertainment every night. But we built a big parking lot. It's probably 200 by 200, and Robbie Allen was Employee of the Month, and he got to park that thing at the safety meeting all by himself.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He is really special.
So did you put like the yellow banner around his car with the little gold, trophy there in front, the whole 9 yards?
I think they did.
And the reason we're giving Robbie such a hard time, he might not have heard us there at the start of the show. We want to make sure he heard us talking about him.
Yeah, Robbie Allen, he called me this morning. He said, "Boy, would you please say my name on the radio?" And I said, "I sure will."
Well, he may be hoping he doesn't hear his name on the radio anymore, because I'm sure there'll be a couple of his fellow employees over there that are going to say something about it.
They'll give him a hard time today.
Marion County Fair is coming up. It is hard to believe we're already in fair season. The truck pull, I believe, kicks off on Saturday night, correct?
Yes, sir. We're going to have a truck pulled, and Saturday I think they're going to have a fun day for family. You know, they come out, and I think the fire departments may have a lot of trucks and stuff. They're just going to have a lot of different things.
Okay. And
we're going to start next week. After that, the fair will start. We'll have a carnival.
Right.
We're going to have fireworks, live entertainment every night, bull buckout, lawnmower races. It's going to be a great thing.
Lawnmower races. I haven't seen lawnmower races in a while. What night are those going to hit the
I think it's Saturday night. I'm not sure. I got Miss Sherry McFarland's going to come over, and she's going to give all the details.
Sherry's going to talk. I cannot wait to talk to her tomorrow. It's been a while since I've had the chance to visit with her, so looking forward to that visit. She's going to be in here tomorrow to talk about that. So
and she's terrified of you.
Well,
or maybe it's just radio.
It's probably the radio, but that's her daughter and my daughter played ball together years and years ago, and I don't know that I've been around her. I may have said hi to her a half a dozen times in the time in between, and my daughter graduated in 2008, so I probably owe her an apology for not stopping by and saying hi to her and Dwayne a little more often than I do. But I'm looking forward to visiting with her. Is there anything, we've got about 30 seconds left, anything more that we need to wrap up with here at your visit this morning, Judge?
No, I'd just like to tell everybody at the fair board we appreciate it. And all the guys at the road shop that's helped us there at the fairgrounds, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, we got a great group going, and this year we're just trying to rebuild, but I think it's going to be a great thing in the future. I'm certainly looking forward to that. I cannot wait to get the fair underway. That's always a fun thing to attend there in Marion County.
If residents want to get a hold of you, how do they do that? Do they just come to the courthouse?
Yeah, they can call 870-449-6231 or 870-404-3705. That's my personal cell phone, and it is open all the time.
The door is open, too, for the citizens who do want to stop on by and visit you. If you're in the office, you'll try to make time to talk with them.
Our door stays open, and they're welcome to come in.
Fantastic. Love to hear that. Judge John Massey from over there in Marion County. Judge, thank you so much for stopping on by this morning. We need to take a quick little break to talk to the folks that pay the bills. I've got Chase Baker in the green room.